Alright, you'll have to forgive me if I make any mistakes while I'm talking. It's 7:30 in the morning and I didn't sleep last night. Um, I do agree with you that words like faggot and other forms of hate speech are all they encourage other people to use them. But as a child growing up, you don't usually understand what faggot actually means, nor do you understand what words like nigger actually mean, or things of that nature. And because of that, I see, I understand where you come from, but I just don't understand how a normal sane person could understand or could not understand the difference between using faggot jokingly and in a serious tone. But I do agree that it is hate speech. I believe there is a different context for it when used in a different way. If you actually go up to a gay person and call them a faggot, and yeah, I believe that is very offensive, as if you were to go up to a black person and say the N-word. But the fact that I know many gay people who don't have a problem with the word faggot and who use it themselves, kind of just really deters me from not saying it, because it's not really the word that encourages it, in my opinion. It's really the idea behind calling someone gay that needs to be dealt with, and the discrimination attached to the word that needs to be dealt with. The same could be said of the N-word, which I believe the black people themselves have taken and are using it for each other. I don't know, or obviously in a different way and in a different context than we used it back then. And that's mainly my point. I don't try or make it a point to say it often. I mean, in my video I obviously said it very often, but that was because I was intentionally trying to offend these people for their actions that they make, because I largely believe they are assholes and deserve to be bashed on, which I'm not sure you agree with. I don't really care, but they're just real assholes, and if some of them are gay, then whatever. Most of the people I know I have no problem with gay people. I'm sure they have no problem with gay people, and I'm sure they know I have no problem with gay people, even though they may not like me. And hate speech, it really is a horrible thing. It's hard to express how much I hate hate speech and how much I really despise how it's used. But I really believe the context in which it's being used has more to do with the word itself than the idea, because, like I said, as a child, when I heard words like bastard, I didn't know what it meant. I knew it was a bad word. I knew it was used to offend people or demean people, but I didn't realize that it actually meant like person who has no mother or whatever, or no father. I can't even remember which one it is right now. And so when I used the word, I would call people bastards. But words like stupid and things of that nature are also demeaning. Even the word retard is considered hate speech if you want to go into it that deeply, because retard is basically saying someone is of a lower conscious than you. They're not as intelligent, and the word retard is also used for people who have a mental handicap or physical handicap, or at least it was used at one point commonly. And as you probably know by now, there are people trying to change it so that retard, basically they're making retard into a big deal. I don't really get the point, because they still call people stupid. It's all the same thing, really, in my opinion. The word and words, I really do believe they change, the meanings behind them change, and the context they are used in change. Like the word gay, for example, really never meant homosexual to begin with. It meant happy, and now it applied to homosexuals, applied it to themselves, because, well, I assume the correlation, they're being themselves, they like men, so they use the word gay, which means they're happy, so they're gay because they like men, and whatever. I don't really know the whole story. I don't even know if I got the right story. I'm just assuming things here. But I really do dislike hate speech, and I just believe it's the context the word is used in that makes the difference between intentionally trying to demean someone's sexual orientation and just insulting someone because the word now has a new meaning and it is an insult used to demean someone. You could go into the psychological factors and that inflict the mind when you start using the word faggot in front of people and they don't understand the meaning. But as a child, I grew up saying things like stupid, idiot, retard, things like that, and really I have no problem with those people. And the word retard itself, I've used it all my life. Millions of people use the word retard, and if you're going to beat someone and use hate speech to begin with, there's obviously something more wrong with those people than the words they're using, really, because it's obviously a deep psychological factor that is wrong with them. And hate speech probably does have some impact. I'm sure it does have an impact. I know it has an impact. Like I said, I'm tired. I understand where you're coming from. I try not to say it in real life. I say it online simply because obviously it's a safer environment, not much safer really. There's a lot of shit and there's a lot of people out there that try to get you for the things you say. But honestly, I really have no other points to make here. I know you're not trying to be an asshole or anything. I know you're just trying to get a point across, and I'm not trying to be mean to you, and I hope you don't think I'm trying to be mean to you or anyway. And I really do share the same feelings about hate speech. It's just the context that I think differently on. Yeah, and there's other words, four eyes, things like that, all those words. All the meanings behind them change. It's really, yes, it's a belittling word, but when you call someone who's straight a faggot, and you're not literally attacking their orientation, you're not saying you must be a faggot or something, then I don't see the problem with it. If I'm going to call someone a retard, even though I know they're not retarded, and I'm not literally trying to imply that they're dumber than me, I'm just implying that I disagree with them at large. I think they're being stupid, they're making bad decisions. So I guess in some way I'm implying they're stupider than me. But the word faggot, I'm not implying that they're less of a human to me. I am implying that they're stupid, which is basically what the word has come to mean amongst many people. And a lot of people, or I guess not a lot, this is a really fucked up world that doesn't like gay people for some reason, and things of that nature, but I'm sure you've already got my point, and I'm sure you're probably going to disagree with it, but it's really up to you. We can just go on and on about this, and probably not get anywhere with either of us, or we can accept the difference, and I do try to curb back on language. Even online, I try not to say faggot all the time. I get carried away when I make fun of people, I admit that, and yeah, but I don't apologize for anything I've said about the people. I really, honestly dislike these people, and yeah, I guess that's about it. I guess I'll see you later. Bye.